O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Link, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Link. Be the maestro of your own home.
Come on in to Toyota of Hollywood, where curiosity and extraordinary deals await you. Your golden ticket buys a 2025 Corolla, not $26,000, $17,988. And we've got sweet deals with 0% financing for 72 months, 0 down. Enter our world of wonder, and we'll show you why we're the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The Memorial Day event starts now at Florida's #1 volume Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy a new Subaru today with financing as low as 0% APR, or lease a new Outback for only $278 a month. Shop SPPLove.com.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to enjoy your Acura Summer of Performance event, Acura of Pembroke Pines. So hit the road in the new ADX, $289 a month. Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
Hi, this is Jeff, formerly of Welton Rayon, PA, a longtime sponsor of the Big O Show. Now that Dan retired, I opened Welton Associates. I started this firm with a simple belief. When you hire a lawyer, you should be able to talk to your lawyer. For nearly 30 years, I have helped Floridians through serious legal problems. At my firm, you get direct access to me, clear communication, and a lawyer who knows the details of your case. I believe technology should make legal representation easier, not more impersonal. At Wealth & Associates, you get direct access to me, clear answers, personal attention, and real advocacy. Look us up at weltlawfirm.com or give me a call at 954-966-4646. Consultations are always free. And let me know that you found me at the Big O Show.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The Memorial Day event starts now at Florida's #1 volume Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy a new Subaru today with financing as low as 0% APR, or lease a new Outback for only $278 a month. Shop SPPLove.com.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. Coming to you live from Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And let me see. I am seeing now that I'm not centered. Let me make sure I'm centered. Make sure. Tell me that the audio is good. I think I got to go a little bit more to kind of center it. There we go. All right. It's kind of weird how what I look here is not what I see there on what you see live. Anyway, welcome aboard. We are out here at 16100 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. You go about 2 miles west, and you'll run right into us. So come on out and join us. We'll be out here a little while having some fun. Manny Navarro will join us to talk a little Hurricanes. We will have David Furones to talk a little Miami Dolphins. Give me a thumbs up. Everything good? Okay, everything is good. I like it. I like it. I like it. All of that. And we thank Sean, too, coming by and helping me set up a little bit here to kind of set up on all the live events and all that. Sean is the best, man. Appreciate him as always. Be lost without Sean. But anyway, thank you all out there as always. So we'll have some fun here at Subaru Pembroke Pines. If you see the boxes behind me, these are all donations that people are stopping by to help the earthquake victims in Venezuela. So just in case, if you have anything that you can donate, you can bring it on here to Subaru Pembroke Pines. They are collecting and they are delivering and making it happen, and hopefully helping some folks out there that desperately need it now in Venezuela. So you know, that is the cluster that you see behind me. But hey, we're good with that. That's good news there, man. That's there's a lot of heart and emotion and effort back there, and I think that is really, really good. So it's nothing wrong seeing a whole bunch of boxes that are being stacked up and ready to go and being shipped to help the victims in Venezuela. Good people here at Subaru Pembroke Pines. I mean, they're dog friendly. You can bring your dog when you come out to, you know, take a test drive. They have pet of the month because Mr. Zinn is huge on dogs. I know, you know, I am. We have 4 dogs at home, so we love dogs. So go perfectly with the folks here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
Appreciate you all out there tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like button. All right. It is a Friday, July 17th, 2026. It is day number 19,178 since the Miami Dolphins were world champions. Day number 8,961 since the Canes won the national title. And day number 4,774 since the Miami Heat were world champions. Did they get any closer yesterday by adding Gannis? They did. They're not going to win it, but they did get closer because you added Gannis. So I have to say yes. Yeah, they got closer. That is definitely the tooth. No doubt about that, man. So anyway, we got that going on. Don't forget, smash the like button. You can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, insults. Bitcoin, by the way, sitting at 63,221, down 2% overall. The markets not doing too well, but not down a ton considering what's on the horizon. Dow is down only 61 points. The S&P is down 52. The NASDAQ is down about 2. And SpaceX down to 123.85, down $7 more today. We're going lower, baby. It's not a buying zone from not financial advice. But we told you $100 ago when it was around $225. Remember? When it blew up, I told you this is all shit. Okay. I'm not in public, so I can't really, boom, let it have it. But told you this was all BS. This was all suckers' money that came in and took it to $225. And I knew it would crash because all the people that got in early, they're the ones that are selling now and making all kinds of money and leaving all these people on the hook. All these people that came in late after the IPO came out, they're all getting burned. That's if they sell. If they hang on and are patient and wait, you can wait it out. You'll get your money back, but you have to wait. You're going to have to wait a while. As I've told you, the company that lost $40 billion last year, they don't plan to be profitable till 2034. It's stupid. And I told you this would crash for over 50%. And we're well on our way to do it. I think we'll go under 100. Then I start thinking about it. I'm going to wait. I'll get on the SpaceX wagon, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do what the people did when the IPO came out and started buying it at 140, 150, and 170, 200, 220, 225. That's ridiculous. You gave away free money to the rich because they're the ones that started SpaceX and got invested early, and they all cashed out. When it went up to 200 and some, boy, they were all cashing out on all those people's money. And it's a sad part. And that's usually people that don't invest. They just go with the flow that they see in the headlines and they don't really read what's actually going on. It's sad. It really is. But hopefully you're smart in those cases. As I've said before, if you bought it at 160, 180, 200, 220, you're supposed to keep buying now and lower your overall price. That's what you're supposed to do if you believe in it. If you didn't really study and you just got on it thinking you were going to get a quick buck, no, that's just not going to happen. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while to make the money that you're hoping to make. But if you're smart, you bought more and you lowered your price, or you waited to start buying more because it hasn't hit the bottom yet. So again, falling knife, you don't know when to catch it. Right now, I think the knife is going to fall farther, so I'm not going to grab it yet. That's just me. It might turn around and go way up, and I might be wrong, but I'm going to wait a little while more to get on that train. You all do what you want to do. Anyway, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. The Miami Heat. They hold press conferences yesterday for Gannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis, introducing them for the first time as Miami Heat players. Gannis will wear number 7. Portis will wear number 95. He's worn 9 in one place, 5 in another. Plus, he was driving down 995 to come to Miami. So he said, let me go with 95. There you go. Anyway, and Giannis put a close to number 34 in Milwaukee. So leave that history there and create new history with number 7. On Saturday, we've got the consolation game for third place in the World Cup at Hard Rock Stadium at 5 o'clock. France taking on England. France minus 110 on the money line. England plus 275. Sunday, it's the World Cup final, and it'll be Spain and Argentina. Spain plus 125. Argentina plus 250 on the money line here. So Spain is the favorite. And last night, we gave you a winner in the Summer League. We told you that if you're sick enough to bet in the Summer League yesterday, the Raptors were favored by 2.5. Miami sent their best player home. Go with the Raptors laying the 2.5. They ended up winning 99-90. So, again, not any kind of it. We don't give advice here. I don't know anything about sports, stocks, crypto, life, music, nothing. We know nothing here. We just throw random stuff out there. And if it sticks, it sticks. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy. Jameer Young did have 30 points for the Heaters, 5 of 13 shooting, but he did have 7 turnovers. Ew. Anyway, they are 1-3 in the Summer League. All right. Tonight, the Heat are back in action, taking on the Pistons. Pistons are favored by 1.5, and the over and under is 185.5. Both teams are 1-3. I'm not touching this one. Yesterday, I kind of like Toronto. Today, yeah, I'm a little iffy on that one. So, the NBA, by the way, will not take action of the Bam Adebayo Tyler Hero incident. They are going to leave it where it is. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. If you need custom printing and embroidery, please reach out to my guy, Alan Blanco. He knows how to get it done. 786-618-1443. Uniforms, hats, shirts, whatever it is you need. They will help you out anywhere in the country. They've already done it for a lot of our listeners over the last 7 years, shipping it all over the country. So reach out to Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. All right. Let's see. Oscar Rojas. Good afternoon to you, sir, out there. Or, well, actually, good morning still. It's 11:46 still out in Melbourne. Thank you, sir. Stephen Harris. Hoping to see you in O-Town. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be in Orlando tomorrow. You guys have – no, but you know what? Don't you guys have like a White Castle instead of a Crystal? Maybe I'll do White Castle. How about that? Don't they have a White Castle in Orlando? I think they do, don't they? I think you guys do have it, you lucky bastards. Jay Bird out there. Remember, if you're going to the Fix concert tomorrow night at the Plaza Live in Orlando, send me a DM on X or on Instagram or whatever, and look for me. All right, I'll put on. You know what? I'm gonna be wearing a purple Fix shirt. How about that? That way I stand out like a sore ass thumb. I got this purple Fix shirt that is actually pretty cool. I'm going to wear that for the show. How about that? Jay Bird is in the house. Will Riley pull off a coup to show he's not washed up? The Panthers lineup looks promising. Happy with 5 wins for the Finns. Yeah, I don't know if it was Riley. Gannis only had a couple of places to go, and he already wanted to come here. I'm not sure it's what's been built here, but obviously it's more about what Spo's been doing. I don't think it's really about Riley. It was more that he wanted to come here. The way Spo has coached, he's coached him on the national. Well, he's coached on the national level, so he knows him from there. And then on top of all of that, you look at the money. There weren't a lot of teams that were going to line up to, give him that kind of money. Even Boston wasn't willing to give him that contract that he wants. Yeah, I don't I don't know if it's really the Riley thing anymore at this point. It's kind of the culture that's in place, thanks to Riley, of course, but I think it's more about Spo than anything else. As I've been saying for a while now, Spo has been carrying this franchise for a while. Spo's the guy. That's the guy they have to deal with every day. That's the guy they play for. And so I think it's more about Spo and what he's done than actually Riley at this point. When Riley was the mover and the shaker on the court with the Armanis and all that, it's different because he's the guy coaching you and making the decisions. Now it's a little different. Now it's kind of a group of people making a decision, and it's the coach that kind of runs the show. So I don't know if it's really about Riley anymore. It is Riley's what's it called? A foundation that he set, and that's why you're still having that success. There's no doubt about that. Riley has to be credited for that. But I think it's more about Spo than anything else at this point. Big Johnson, Dolphin Dave is in the house. No, I already talked about that. You don't sign Diggs, Dolphin Dave. That's a really stupid move to bring in a knucklehead like that. That's just going to impregnate a bunch of women, cause problems for you. Plus, this team is going to. It's like, you know what? It's like the guy that asked me yesterday, "Hey, are you going to have Perk on for the post-game shows?" And I'm like, "Why? Why would I do that? What is there to break down? The Dolphins are going to suck. They're going to lose most of their games. They're going to win maybe 2-3 games. Well, what do I need? Somebody? I already have Furones. What more do I need? Do I need 2-3 people from the locker room to tell me what I can see from anywhere I'm at? This is not the season for insight. There's no insight. The team's going to suck, and we're just going to hope that some of the young guys show improvement. But the team overall is going to be a bad football team. You know, same thing here. It's just you're a bad football team. Why would you want to add Stephon Diggs? Why would you, when you're trying to develop a culture, why would you want to bring in an idiot? Stephon Diggs is an idiot. He screws up everything he does. So no, that's not the guy you bring into this locker room at this point in time. The only team that should bring in a Stephon Diggs is a championship competing team that is struggling in the area of receiver, and they have to tolerate his actions because he will help them. That's it. But Miami they will not win one more game because of Stephon Diggs. Miami's not good enough for that. So Stephon Diggs is nothing more than a distraction for the players, the team, the fans, the media, everybody. Yeah. Life. He's a distraction in life. Good morning to you, Jamie Zorria out in San Jose. Thank you, sir. Good day to you, Kosa. Hazel. Thank you, sir. Or Has Oliveira. Thank you, sir. What else? You're a corporate time stealing weasel today. I got you. Jeff in Long Island. Thank you, sir. John Padilla. Bam shouldn't be disciplined because Hero deserves. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm glad that Bam hit Hero. And maybe Bam gets a little more pissed off because now he realizes what other people kind of think about him. Since, not enough people in the Heat circle are honest enough about Bam. They treat him like royalty when he's not really a franchise player. Only franchise players should be treated like royalty. He's not a franchise player. He's a franchise person. You can't get better human being than Bam Adebayo. That I know. You see it every day. A professional, dedicated, workaholic. He's got all the great characteristics. The only thing he isn't is a star. And you can't manufacture that. Stars elevate teams. They go and carry people and all that. And he's never been that guy. Never has been, never will be. He's not that guy. But you pay him that way. So I'm glad that Tyler at least also talked. People need to, not enough people like me will actually say the truth. They will all lie and say, no, he's a franchise player. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not Alonzo Mourning, and he's not Dwayne Wade, and he's not LeBron James. Those are franchise players. Those are the guys you pay max salaries. Bam Adebayo's not a guy you pay max salary, but it is what it is. So I'm glad that Tyler talked, and I'm glad that Bam punched Tyler's punk ass, but there's truth in everything here. Not just what Bam did, but what Tyler talked about. You're paying a guy to be something he's not. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. So I'm glad that Tyler talked. And maybe it lights a little fire under Bam's ass as a basketball player night in and night out. I don't know. The guy came in yesterday that's going to alleviate that, because that guy wants to score. That's, because he's like a real franchise player. A franchise player demands to score because he knows that his team is better when he is leading the way. That Bam doesn't think like that. He's a passive player. He's a super role player is what he is, not a franchise player. Anyway, I don't think I've ever given anybody a more perfect nickname than that one, actually. And I've given lots of nicknames over the years. That one might be the best one that I've ever given. That one right there. Blind Ass Fan is like one of the greatest nicknames of all time for unrealistic fans. You know what I'm saying? But this one, I have to tell you, it's pretty damn close. Big O, are you going to have your business phone with you? No, I will not. I will not have my business phone with me. I don't carry that with me. I don't carry two phones. I'm not that guy. No, I don't. No, that thing will be left at home, unfortunately. Just DM. Do you have X? Do you have Instagram? I hope you do. Then you could do that. Something like that. Well, that's about the only other way I can think of. Yeah. I mean, it's not a big place, right? There's no way you're gonna miss me, bro. I'll be there. Don't worry about it. I'll be there, and I'll be there early, also. So, yeah, I will see you there, brother. Just DM me, hopefully. Let's see. Even Adam Silver believes the WNBA is racist. Oh yeah, there's racism in there. There's jealousy in there. What's it called, Frankie? There's bias. There's every different kind of adjective, pettiness that you can think of that comes out of human beings. That's exactly what the WNBA is showing us right now, Frankie, in every way possible. Not everybody is acting on the behalf of racism, but obviously some are. I mean, what are we, stupid? Or what are we, afraid to say the truth? Are we afraid of the poetry in the WNBA? Are we afraid of the poetry with Bam Adebayo? Are we afraid of the poetry? It's what I want to know. And that's what's going on. We're afraid of it. That's all. And there's no doubt. There's racism. There's pettiness. There's jealousy. There's it's all there, dude. All there. And one person showing that, the other person showing that. But there's no doubt a level of racism in there. Guaranteed. And like I've said before, you don't get to call it only one way. We know it exists that way, but don't tell me it doesn't exist the other way. Now, I see, that's the part that I'm going to call bullshit. That's the poetry behind it. Don't forget, use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off at Caneswear. You see what we do? We tell you not to buy SpaceX at $180 or $225. We save you money there. We told you yesterday, take Toronto, lay the 2.5. We made you money there. Now we're telling you Caneswear. Use our code BIG010. You will save 10% off. Online, in person. By the way, online, if you go over $99, you'll get free shipping. And if you come out here to Subaru Pembroke Pines and you come see Eric Stampone and you come buy or lease a car here, you mention my name and you will save $500. You see how I just keep looking out for you guys. You know, talking about Bitcoin since it was at 16,000. Just keep stacking. Don't mislead. It all works out. It's not financial advice, even though I'm making you money, saving you money. I just get lucky at all these things. That's all. Just get lucky at all these things. That's it. That's all it is. So come see Eric Stampone. Alan's out here. He's the general manager. Does excellent work here at Subaru Pembroke Pines. As you can see, the Impreza, $169 a month, $168. That is ridiculous. The Ascent, $258. The Crosstrek, $158 a month, 1.9% financing. Come on, man. If you got a youngin that is starting to drive, put him behind the wheel of one of the safest automobiles. That's what you do. All right. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. I saw that the backup plan, if the Miami Heat don't land LeBron James, is DeMar DeRozan. And that would be such a disappointing backup plan. I mean, listen, adding Gannis, at least you're going to have a better year than you had last year. I don't think you're going to win anything, but at least you're going to, the organization was dying to be relevant again. This is what you've done. It's not like you're headed for a championship or you're a championship caliber type team or something like that, but at least you'll be somewhat relevant. That I can't argue that. You've got Gannis now. You're definitely relevant. You've got a real star that people gravitate to see when he's on television. And as long as he's healthy, you got yourself a draw. And that now you have become relevant, which is something that they had become the opposite, irrelevant in the last couple of years. Now you're not probably going to be, unless Gannis gets injured and has a bunch of injuries. That's about the only way I can see you being another play-in team again. But I just don't expect it, you know? Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Don't forget to visit our friends at Moodius Dental. They've got 2 locations there in Dade and in Broward County. Family owned and operated, always getting it done there at Moodius Dental. They service our entire family. My mother-in-law goes there, my wife goes there, my daughter goes there, I go there, and been going there for years and years and years. So check it out. All right, let's talk a little Miami Hurricanes with the one and only Manny Navarro.
There's just one place to enjoy your Acura Summer of Performance event, Acura of Pembroke Pines. So hit the road in the new ADX, $289 a month. Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
All right. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How you doing, baby? How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. How are you?
I cannot complain. I got a Larry Schlossberg one there. I don't know. Let me see. Do I have one? No, that's where we. There we go.
You got to know.
There we go. Now I got it. So how you feeling, brother? You feeling good?
Feeling great, man. Had a nice trip out to California and Vegas last week, so I was able to get away for a little summer vacay and a little bit of work too. But now football season's right around the corner. We have talking season commenced this week. I'll be going to SEC Media Days and the American next week in Tampa. I'll be driving up there for that, so I'll be busy working. But hey, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'll be in Orlando tomorrow, so you win because you go to where Burns is at. In
Right.
Orlando, it's not the same thing there. You know what I'm saying? But you win. You get Burns Steakhouse, so you beat me on that one. I thought it was really cool news, and we had talked about this because the last couple of years, Mario has done a marvelous job of just rolling sevens by getting 3 top-notch quarterbacks to start. And now the talk is that, yeah, they won't be hitting the transfer portal next year, so they might be saving themselves a little money.
Yeah, they've obviously done a tremendous job recruiting here at the quarterback position the last couple of years. Darian Coleman is the new freshman in here now, but they also have Israel Abrams, who's a 5-star guy in the 27 class. And I think, Mario's basically trying to say, look, we've been trying to find the right guys. Now Shannon Dawson's had a couple of years to recruit dudes, and they've got confidence in what they're bringing in high school wise and what they're developing. And I think they feel like, they don't have to go into the transfer portal. But I will say this, I think you can never rule it out, right? And if a great player wants to come to your school, especially let's say Miami gets back to the playoff this year, they make another run, win the national championship, how do you deny some great quarterback who wants to come to your program and just say, no, we're good. We've got a high school kid we're going to roll the dice on. So I think, I understand what Mario's trying to say, but I also think he's playing the political game right now.
True, but I think in a perfect world, that's exactly the way you want to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what the initial question I told you is, one, you're going to save yourself money by doing this, because if you're starting one of those kids, you're not paying him the kind of money that you're paying a proven guy coming from another program that you've got to now, pay a lot of money. And so far, you've been lucky that the money you've paid, you've milked it. It's not like you got a guy that you overpaid and it didn't pay off, like the North Carolina kid that they paid a couple of $1 million for, which was like, are you kidding me? They paid, what was it, Mario? What was the name of that kid?
You're talking about the guy receiver. You're talking about the guy who is playing quarterback now.
North Carolina.
Well, the guy who
last year at one
Gio
point
Lopez
played against the Canes. Gio Lopez. That's it. They paid that guy $2 million, dude.
Right, and now he's at Wake Forest. So, yeah, no, you got it.
So that's what I mean. Like Mario has not busted on it. Every time he's picked a quarterback, it's paid off for him. So now you get a young guy, and now you have more money to play with. And then here's the other thing that I'll add to you. What's Mario's history? Well, let's go look at it. Steve Walsh, was he super gifted? No. Ken Dorsey, was he super gifted? No. Even Craig Erickson he was gifted, but not like, he wasn't Vinny Testaverde, Jim Kelly gifted. He was all right and all that. And you start to look at a lot of the quarterbacks that you had success with over the time when Mario was there. The teams are so loaded. All you need is really a guy that is smart and can deliver the football. You don't really need the guy to be all world and carry you running and throwing all over the place. If you're going to do it the way Mario wants to do it, that you have talent all over, the quarterback doesn't necessarily have to be the best player on the field.
Yeah, and I think coming off of last season, when you look back at where Miami lost games, it had to do with the quarterback turning the ball over.
Right.
And Darian Mensah is not that guy. He doesn't put the ball in danger a lot. And look, he's gonna have much better talent around him here. He's bringing his best receiver with him. I think everything is set up for this offense to be probably one of the best, if not the best, offense in college football this coming season. So, I think the potential here for Mario to continue to build a strong quarterback tradition in light of Cam Ward going number 1 overall, and in light of Carson Beck having a good year and leading him to the national championship, and now whatever Darian Mensah does, like what used to be a huge problem for this program is no longer a problem.
All right. Miami obviously is favored to win the ACC. Who are the threats? And I actually find the threats kind of funny, and I'll tell you why, but go ahead.
Well, I would say the number one threat is themselves, right? Like that's the number one threat all the time when they beat themselves and they play stupid. But in all honesty, I think the best teams on paper, when I look at it and I start to break it down and say, okay, what is this team bringing back? Do they have enough on offense? Do they have enough on defense to play with Miami? Do they have enough coaching? I would say it's somewhere between SMU and Louisville that I look at on paper and I say
the revenge games.
Right, the revenge games for my and the fact that they have the confidence having beaten Miami last year, right? A lot of those players are back. Certainly Kevin Jennings is for SMU, and he's one of the most veteran quarterbacks in the league. Are those teams elite? No. I think SMU and Louisville are probably borderline top 25 teams, but those are the teams Miami usually
loses coaching.
Right, they're
well coaching. Their coaching is elite. Their head coaches are elite. Yeah. That's what makes up for it right there. Because if you look at what happened last year, it was coaching. Besides the players making plays, they got out coached, and both those guys are exceptional coaches. But like you said, those guys come back with confidence. Guess what? Half the Canes come back really pissed off too. Mm-hmm. And motivated to kind of like, yo, this shit ain't gonna happen to us. Right. So that's also a good thing that the two teams that are a threat are the two teams that the Canes are going to have all of their attention.
Yeah, and you know, they don't play either of them this year in the regular season, so that's good. And you know, your rest of your schedule, when you really look at it, it comes down to an October 6th game at Clemson. Are you ready for ACC play? Are you ready for to bring your best week one in a competitive atmosphere? And then the Notre Dame game. And to me, you know, yes, you have some other trap games in between. I think Halloween at North Carolina, but every game they're going to be favored in except that Notre Dame game. And so it to me, it all comes back to one thing. Does Miami have the leadership in the locker room to avoid pitfalls? And I think they do. You've got a Mark Fletcher back. You've got guys in the defensive backfield that have played a lot of football for this team. Guys at linebacker like Mo Torre, who's now in his 8th year of college. Darian Mensah won an ACC championship last year at Duke. He knows what it's like to play in big games. So I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I think Miami could very well go undefeated in the regular season if they pull off that win at Notre Dame. And I think they're going to win the ACC title. And then it's a matter of, are they ready for the playoffs? Are they healthy for the playoffs and that kind of thing?
All right. Malachi Toney, is he – I mean, this is screwed up because you're going to have two guys competing for the same trophy in the Heisman. And if Malachi Toney is a Heisman Trophy contender, one of the reasons why is because Darian Mensah is having one hell of a year also in the process. So I find this kind of an interesting question on Heisman Trophy winner, where the Canes could be hurting themselves in this race, because if another school has a guy that's as good as Mensah and Malachi, but he's the only guy in the school running for the Heisman, these two guys might be actually nullifying each other for the Heisman race.
Yeah, think back to 2001, I think, or 2002, when Willis McGahee and Ken Dorsey both were sort of Heisman finalists, and like you said, taking the attention away from one another. I agree, and I think you look at the preseason odds: C.J. Carr at Notre Dame, Arch Manning at Texas, Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss, you know, even Julian Saint at Ohio State. He's in more of a similar situation, like you know, Darian Mensah and Malachi Toney are, because he's got Jeremiah Smith, right? So
exactly.
If I were a betting man at this point, I would probably put my money on a C.J. Carr or Arch Manning, because they're going to be given the bulk of the credit if their teams win. or even Trinidad Chambliss, especially. I think one of those three guys. I think the odds are right, but it's sad because to me, Malachi Toney is such an exciting and dynamic player, man. Like he's at plus 3,500 right now to win the Heisman. But you think about everything he did last season, throwing passes, end arounds, running the ball, kick return, punt return. He is exactly what you want a Heisman Trophy winner to be. So you're right. I think him and Darian are going to have spectacular seasons. And in the end, they're probably going to end up pulling votes away from each other.
Yeah, that's the sad part about all of that when you look at that one too. And just to follow up on the Toney thing, in a perfect world, you don't want to overuse them like you had to in the last 2 years. And you'd really hope that, some of the additions you made at wide receiver, it would be nice if a tight end would actually elevate themselves here and all that. It would actually be nice if you can alleviate some of the workload off of Malachi too in the process. I know he may hate to hear that. I know that may hurt his Heisman chances, but I also think it improves the team's chances when you're, more of a threat as a team than when everybody's looking for Toney constantly being the guy that has to put you over the top.
Agreed. And but I also believe he is such a source of like inspiration. And you listen to the guys last year talk about him, like when he fumbled and he had the mistake at Texas A&M, and how they all just ran to him and had faith in him that he was gonna come back, and he ends up scoring the winning touchdown in that game. It's almost like you can't hide Malachi Toney. You have to let him be who he is because of the influence that I think he has on the team overall. And so I get your point. I think they're not going to overuse him. I think when they get up big on teams this year, and there's going to be games where they get big up on people, that you're not going to see him in the fourth quarter, that he will be resting and Darian Mensah will be resting, and you'll be seeing some freshmen and some other guys get opportunities. But I think as far as game plans are concerned, I don't see Shannon Dawson drawing anything back. This is a guy that has to be on the field for them to win and to win big. Could they win without him if Malachi Toney were to suffer an injury? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably still good enough at the wide receiver position to win without him. But to win at the level they want to win at and win national championships, you need him. And so they will try and preserve him when they can, but he will be featured every single week if he's in the lineup.
Yeah, let's hope so, man. All right, good shit. What do you got going on in the Athletic, my friend?
Well, preseason, we got tons of content. I'm doing quarterback rankings in terms of guys that we expect to blow up. Our quarterback tiers are going to be coming out next week. It's a project that Sam Khan and Antonio Morales did for us, ranking every single Power 4 and G6 quarterback, all the FBS quarterbacks we ranked from 1 to 138. So I will be focusing in on 10 guys that I think could blow up. Darian Mensah is in the top 3 tiers, so I don't have to worry about talking about him. But some other guys that across college football that when you look at last year, I nailed a few guys. I said C.J. Carr. I had the quarterback at NC State, C.J. Bailey, as guys that I all thought would blow up this past season, and they did. So I'll have that coming out. Like I said, I'll be at SEC Media Days, at the American Athletic Conference Media Days on Friday in St. Petersburg. So I'm going to be busy writing and producing stuff, but that's the next thing coming out for me.
2-part question to wrap it up, since you talked about the quarterbacks and all that and Darian Mensah. Just out of curiosity, my brother, because this is something you and everybody on the beat and all of us that follow it and everything, I don't think we've talked enough about this, and maybe there's no reason to because you kind of overlook it at the moment. What happens if Darian Mensah gets injured? Who is the number 2?
Well, for those of you
do you know? Do they know?
Yeah,
Who is the number 2?
I'm not 100% sure. I would believe it would be Luke Nickel at this point. He's been in the system for a year. He's ahead of Judd Anderson on the depth chart in terms of internally and what they think of each of those players. So I think it would be Luke Nickel. But you have Darian Coleman, the talented freshman that's going to be a part of the QB competition next year as well. So I think that's what would happen. But, again, the quarterback position is so interesting because so many of these guys, I mean, there's just not enough jobs out there for a lot of them. And you track quarterback movement.
But they're all untested.
Yeah,
They're all untested. You were like, really, like if something happens, God forbid, to Mensa, the guy that comes off the bench, like it's pot luck. You have no idea what they're going to do.
You really don't, and that's at a lot of places. There's a few. It's interesting. It's another story I'm actually working on as well, is ranking the backup quarterbacks, because last year we saw it at Ole Miss, right? I mean, Trinidad Chambliss was not the starter at the beginning of the season, and instead he ends up getting him put in there, I think week 3 or week 2, and he ends up leading them all the way to the national semifinals. He's a guy that came from D2 that nobody had really heard of. They're like, who's this guy, right? And so there are some teams that have solid veteran experienced quarterbacks that they brought in via the transfer portal. Miami does not. Luke Nickel has taken 6 snaps in his career. Judd Anderson has taken 1. Those are the experienced backup quarterbacks at Miami.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. All right, the really important question: Spain, Argentina. Who you got?
Brother, I've been rooting for Argentina this whole time. I think the playoff run has been absolutely amazing. Do I think they're going to win the championship? I think
vas en contra el Vasco.
At this point, you tell me put $100 on somebody. I think Spain is just they just look like they're playing at an elite level every game, and defensively is what I mean. And I don't see how. They just beat a terrific France team that I thought was going to play Argentina. So
that's the game I was scared of for my boys. It was the France game. I thought that was the one. I actually feel good against England or Argentina, and Argentina advanced. And Argentina's been on the edge of their seats the entire tournament, bro. They've been surviving throughout this tournament. They've been given. They've been taken to the brink by many teams already in the tournament. So it's kind of interesting how it's all. And Spain, like I was saying yesterday, on a couple of days ago, Spain got a wake-up call by watching that game. They're like, even though they play defense from beginning to end, like they are like their back line is the best back line in the world right now. That's not even close. So they are defensive minded already as it is, but you got that extra wake-up call against Argentina, like, yo, bro, if you're leading, don't ever let up on these people.
Right.
Like, like England did. Oh, let's just start bringing in more defensive players and let's make more of a defensive posture. We got to lead. And that was stupid on their part, dude, to relax, to get complacent. And that's one thing that I think Spain has on their side. They don't play complacent, bro. They are on your ass defensively.
They've been the most complete, consistent team in the tournament to this point, and to me, I got to go with Spain just based on what I've seen. I think, like you said, backline, defensive, consistency. They don't give up goals, man. If you don't give up goals, you're going to win. I could see them escaping, winning this game 1-0, something like that.
Yeah, 1-0, 2-1 game. Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that when it's all said and done. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm going to pick Spain always because that's my team. But yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Manny, have a great weekend, my brother. We'll catch up next week, my friend. I appreciate you as always.
Same here, brother. Talk soon.
You got it. All right. Come on out and reach out to our friends at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
There's just one place to enjoy your Acura Summer of Performance event, Acura of Pembroke Pines. So hit the road in the new RDX, $419 a month. Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
All right. There's Sloman's. We love our friends at Sloman's Home Shield. They are going to be proud sponsors this season, helping us out on the side, too. Adam Lichtenstein's going to be reporting for us and joining us along with Manny Navarro on the Canes season. See, we added an extra Canes reporter for the Canes season because they're kind of, they're kind of like a real deal. So with the Dolphins, it'll just be for Honest and myself. And we're not adding anything. There's nothing you don't need to add much to break down what's going on with them. Anyway, what do we got? Let me see. It's like, I'm not centered. Let me see if I'm doing it the right way. Yes. Okay, good. Now I got to get centered again. No? Oh, and it's this way. Okay. All right. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, and right now Bitcoin is at 63,286. Not much of a change. As for the markets right now, Dow is down 143 points, a little lower than it was before. The S&P is down 54 points, and the Nasdaq is down about 3 points. SpaceX is down $100 to $124. So, not yet. Not yet. It's going to drop a little bit more. Yes, it is. All right. What else do we have going on? And we are here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines at 16100 Pines Boulevard. Come on out and join us. Come say hi to Eric and all the great people out here. Alan does excellent work at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. He is the general manager out here. Always, and don't forget to mention our name. You will get $500 off here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. All right. What else do we have going on to talk about? The silly stories are out there as always. I go through profootballtalk.com and I'm reading one of the stories that they've got going on. And one of the stories is talking about the quarterback competition for the Raiders. Says, despite plenty of struggles since last winning the Super Bowl more than 4 years ago before Kirk Cousins was born, the Raiders have earned the first overall pick in the draft only twice, in 07 and 26. Jamarcus Russell didn't plan out. Now Fernando Mendoza enters the fray with the hope of becoming the first true year-to-year franchise quarterback the Raiders have had since Kenny Stabler. And the options for week one are Mendoza and Cousins. In late March, new head coach Clint Kubiak made it clear that he prefers to have Mendoza watching a mature adult go and run the offense and run the team. But Cousins has acknowledged that decision should be driven by merit. I honestly don't want to start unless I'm the best option. I told Clint, as long as that's the case, I have no qualms about whoever goes out and plays it out. So how will it play out? Kubiak talked up Cousins during the offseason program, which could be another clue as to Kubiak's preference, but training camp is a different beast. And then he starts to talk about when practice and who's with. And see, here's where the offseason bullshit takes over. Here's where they have nothing to talk about. So let me come up with something that isn't true, because there is no quarterback competition in the Raiders. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. Of course you start Cousins. Why? You have made all kinds of changes. New offense, new defense coordinators, new systems, whole bunch of new players, everything. You've made changes on that offensive line. And even though you signed the best center that was available in free agency and one of the three best in the NFL, does not matter. You don't know what you have right now to start off. So you put out the veteran to kind of put the puzzle together the first couple of weeks and have the rookie watch. The rookie is going to come in. It's his team. Kirk Cousins is here as a seat warmer, a bridge. That's all he is. There is no competition because, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the bullshitters there on profootballtalk.com or sometimes locally like Omar Kelly will try to use this as some kind of a talking point, which it's not. It's a load of crap. There's no such thing as competition. You only have competition when you have no quarterbacks. That's when you have competition. When you have a Watson and a Shedeur Sanders, because you have no quarterbacks. Since you can't trust either, you have to have a competition. That's what happens. When you have a Kyler Murray and a J.J. McCarthy, that's what happens when you don't have a quarterback, because neither guy's proven that they're worthy of being franchise quarterbacks. So now you got to have competition. But the second you've made your pick, first rounder, the second you made the big trade, the second you paid a lot of money in free agency, you ended every thought of competition ever, because it just does not exist at the pro level. It doesn't. The only time it exists when you have no quarterback. The Raiders have their quarterback. His name is Mendoza. It's not Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is just here to get things going, to start it off, to show the rookie how you get in and out of huddles, how you read defenses, how you prepare, how you play against this defense or that defense. And also, let's settle everything. Everybody's new. So they'd rather them make their mistakes on Kirk Cousins than on the rookie. It's only common sense. That's somebody that gives you the poetry. You can read Pro Football Talk so you can get the bullshit. If you want to get the bullshit, then you go ahead and read the bullshit that they talk to you about quarterback competitions in the NFL. That doesn't exist, bro. Okay? That does not exist. Never has existed. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo.
Where's our buddy?
Right there. Hold on a second.
Where's this?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Have a seat.
Where's our buddy?
No, he's not here right now. Anyway, we appreciate you all out there as always. Thank you all. Big O, do not buy a concert shirt tomorrow. I got you an early birthday present from me to you. Well, thank you, Oscar. Damn, dude. That's very kind of you. Looking forward to it, my brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't wait for both shows. And the best part is they're playing my favorite song, Opinions, which that in itself, I've only heard it once in my lifetime. So I'm hoping to hear it twice this weekend on Saturday and Sunday in Fort Lauderdale. So looking forward to it. So if you are going to be in Orlando tomorrow, the Plaza Live, we'll be there having some fun for the Fix concert. So look forward to seeing you out there, Oscar, as always, my brother. Thank you. All right, Cash App or Venmo. That's Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. Golden Boot will be highly contested, if not messy. Just needs one on Sunday, and we'll get the boot easily with 9 goals in the World Cup. Well, not true. If Mbappe gets his goal, he also takes the lead too at the same time. So that is not the case, my friend. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if what's it called? We'll see if that ends up happening on the golden boot. That'll be a lot of fun. I personally don't like that. I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't like the fact that when it comes to the golden boot, that Mbappe still has a chance for the boot when you're playing the third place game. I think that's kind of bogus. All right, I'm trying to enlarge this screen, and I don't know why I can't enlarge it. Okay. Oh, well. All right. All right, good stuff. All right, folks, give me a second here on Le Programme.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
The Memorial Day event starts now at Florida's #1 volume Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy a new Subaru today with financing as low as 0% APR, or lease a new Crosstrek for just $158 a month. Shop SPPLove.com.
All right, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend that is Eric Stampone. How you feeling, baby? You feeling good?
I feel great. It says mic is muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they hear you.
Okay.
They hear you. You guys got Eric, right? You can hear him. Give me the thumbs up. Say something there. I know you loved Obsession.
Check.
I know you loved Obsession.
Yeah, I saw Obsession. I loved it. I did love it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so well done. And I know you said that the actress was amazing.
Oh, she was.
We can both agree on that.
Yes.
She's gonna explode. Like fame wise. She was like Academy Award winning.
Oh no, she was great.
Yeah.
She was great as a crazy role. It's just, for me, it was a very predictable movie. I could tell exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
The scene in the car, like, my wife and I looked at each other and go, she's going to die right now.
Okay.
Like, it's like so obvious.
Spoiler alert.
You know?
But yeah, so the scene in the car.
It's been out long enough already at this point. Sorry.
You knew something was going to happen. You knew something. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, something's going to happen. She's going to show up. But even that, I wasn't expecting the way they did it. I thought it was phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
I was so engaged in that movie. At dinner when she does the no.
Oh yeah.
No. I was like, it gave me I was so creeped out by that movie.
She was.
It reminded me of a couple of my ex-girlfriends. Actually, one ex-girlfriend.
You guys hearing Eric? I just want to make sure. Give me the thumbs up here on the chat board if you're hearing Eric here. Stampone. We are at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Come on out here and join us. And by the way, we got a hell of an event coming up next week.
The Outback event.
Actually, and not only that, I'm going to come out here. You know why? Because it's catered, and once it's catered, the media covers it.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going to have drinks.
It's going to be big. It's going to be fun.
By the way,
over 100 people.
Join us here for an exclusive evening celebrating the launch of the new 2026 Subaru Outback and the new Subaru EVs, Uncharted, and my favorite, the Trail Seeker. And that'll be next Thursday, less than a week away, starting at 6 o'clock here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. I'm going to be out here joining them, having some fun to hang out and check it out. And again, it's catered. So, if I'm getting free drinks, then I'm here. Anywhere is there free food and drinks, I'm here, dude. Yeah. So everybody says yes.
Oh, they hear me?
Yeah, they hear you fine. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
They hear you fine.
Great.
Plus, you got your mic stand.
I know. I appreciate that. This is the first thing I realized.
Okay. So you got a mic stand, and I got a camera to put it like at an angle, so not like you got to look down, and so we got you a little bit more comfortable. And by the way, this is great. I know it doesn't look good for me back here, but this is fantastic because this is for the Venezuelan earthquake victims, and I thought that's pretty good stuff that you guys are collecting and all that.
So we have a couple. Obviously, what happened was horrible, and Venezuela is still dealing with it.
Yes, they'll be dealing with it forever.
We got a couple Venezuelan employees that work here. And
Shocker.
This was started the day it happened by one of the Venezuelan salespeople here, and I'm blown away with how. I mean, look how much stuff we got. A quarter of the dealership is taken up with things that people donate.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
If you're blessed enough to have a shirt on your back and food, anything helps.
Yeah, if you can.
Fish, dollar, anything. So
yes, anything that you can help.
It's wonderful.
Bring it out here to 16100 Pines Boulevard.
Anything.
And they are collecting anything, man, that could help them out and survive on a daily basis. They need the help, and it's great that the folks here at Subaru Pembroke Pines are doing it, as always. Yeah, man. So any other movies?
I love movies. I'm on a movie kick right now. I did Obsession. Okay, the latest thing I did, not a movie. I did, Game of Thrones, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that new follow-up thing?
Okay. I couldn't do House of Dragons.
Okay.
I thought it was corny. But it was highly recommended for me to watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's another one. It's a newer one. I watched it and wanted to binge watched it. Amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Written by the same people?
Say yeah, so it's the book. So it's
Oh, okay, all right.
R.R. Martin. But so
I don't know anything about it, so that's
have
why.
you seen Game of Thrones?
I've seen some of it.
So Game of Thrones is based off the book written by R.R. Martin. He was heavily involved with Game of Thrones. Then the latest, then they had a spinoff called House of Dragons, which he wasn't involved with so much, is what I heard. And it's like, I couldn't get into it. It's like corny. I feel like it was kind of like a money grab from Game of Thrones. Then they did another one called Night of the Seven Kingdoms, where supposedly he was much more on set, much more involved, and it's really well done. Really, really good. Each episode's only 30 minutes. You could run through it. It's only one season so far.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay. Good shit.
What else did I see?
You watching World Cup?
Of course. I heard you talking about the World Cup with the Golden Boot. I agree with that.
Yeah, I know, but it is what it is.
That's
Mbappe
BS.
has a shot at the Golden Boot because
That's horrible.
because you're in the third place game, so he can actually win the Golden Boot by scoring a goal. And if Messi doesn't score a goal in the game, he'll win the Golden Boot.
Yeah,
which is
get eliminated from the tournament. Not that they're eliminated, but yeah, you're right. It's not.
I don't like it
I
that
don't
they
like it
keep
either.
counting the Golden.
The third place.
You're
game.
not in the championship game.
You got beat.
If you're not in the run for the championship, then you should be out of the race for the Golden Boot.
This is the best World Cup that I've seen. I've been so into it.
But I
Other
think
than when
I
Italy
think
was
it's because
2006.
we're trapped in the middle of it. You know what I mean? And so it kind of helps that we've never had this experience of it being here and
I went to a
everything.
game.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a elimination game. I went to Argentina versus Cabo Verde.
Oh, that was a hell of a game.
Oh,
dude.
it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, Argentina's been on the edge how many times
Every
already?
game, barely winning.
You know what I'm saying? So I think my Spain boys may have it with the defense that they play.
So you got Spain?
Well, I'm a That's
You're a
I'm a Spaniard.
Also, España. You're going to España.
Soy Basco. That's what they say. My people are from the mountains. So obviously, I'm a Spain guy. I mean, a lot of people that are from Cuba, we're mostly from Spain.
Right.
That's where it's like, you're full. It's like this country. Outside of the Indians, the rest of us came from somewhere. Bro.
Yeah.
We're all immigrants from somewhere.
You know what I say? You want to end racism? This is how you end racism. You know, like the ancestry reports that they do, or everybody should do that because everyone's got something in them.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
2% French. I had no idea.
Right. Yeah.
My whole life, I think I'm half Italian, half Russian, and Russian Jew. Turns out 2% French. I got Greek in me. I got like something like African in me. So
yeah, dude. I mean,
we're all mutts.
Yeah, dude. We're all mutts. Exactly. As Bill Murray would say in Stripes, we're all mutts. Yeah, man.
So you got Spain winning. It's gonna be.
I got Spain.
Game, man.
Yeah. I think their defense is going to be what's been the difference for them. They've only allowed one goal in the damn entire World Cup.
What they did against France.
Oh my God, I did not expect that. That's the game I feared that Spain would lose.
That was unbelievable.
That's the game I feared because of that offense. I thought that's the one that might have us in. I wasn't as worried of England and Argentina, and Argentina's defense is not that good. And you could score on Argentina. It's offense what they have.
Yeah.
Their defense is not that good.
No, it's not.
And so I think that Spain could control that game and do a number on them. Their back line, Spain's back line is forget it, dude. It's a wall.
Yeah, that guy with the long hair.
Yeah, the little kid with the blonde curls. He's a jet, dude, on the outside. France could not handle him whatsoever.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's a Tasmanian devil, dude.
He is.
Yeah, that kid's got some jets on him.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and bro, we needed this because no Panthers, no Heat.
Yeah,
none of that stuff. You saw the Giannis stuff yesterday?
I didn't see it. I heard.
But they're relevant now.
Yeah.
So the Heat will be talked about some now.
Let me ask you.
They'll win some games.
Let me ask you this: where's LeBron gonna go?
I still think he's going back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, I would go to Philadelphia.
Right.
That's where I would go.
Why? Because that's the best chance of him winning.
Yes.
Embiid's always getting hurt.
Even with Embiid being hurt more than half the time or whatever, bro, you got Brown, you got Maxey, you got the kid who's forgetting his name. Yeah, Edgecombe.
Edgecombe.
Oh my God,
He's great.
he's fantastic. With LeBron running the point and putting all those guys in place, they got all the scorers they need, dude. And Embiid can just be there half the time,
Right.
and they'll be fine if he can make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And just have him kind of coast throughout the regular season. The offense that they're going to have with LeBron and everything, oh, dude, they'll be. I think Philly.
I think
has got all the ammo. See, if he comes here, he has to score a lot.
We're in
He
the
has
running,
to-
right? We're in the running.
Yeah, we're in the running because
Golden State's in the running.
yeah, Golden State's in the running, but Cleveland, I think Cleveland's the second best team to go to because they've got also scores around him and big men, so it alleviates the pressure. If he goes to Golden State or Miami, he has to work a lot more in order to win
They already have a team.
because they're not good. But those other two teams have got. Dude, Cleveland was already in the Eastern Conference Finals. So it's like they can get there easily. Now they can actually challenge New York if they get LeBron. But Philly for me has got three guys that are just forget it, dude. Jaylen Brown, Maxey, and Edgecombe.
Oh, that's right. Jaylen Brown is one to Philly.
Yeah. So you got yourself a franchise player you just added along with Maxey and Edgecombe. LeBron has no pressure on him, bro. It's just dishing.
Yeah.
Dishing. He's got three guys that can score 30 points a night if they feel like it. So easily he's going to get 75 from those three guys, like nothing. So Embiid and him don't even have that ton of pressure to score a whole bunch of points. That's why for me, if he goes to Philly, it would actually alleviate a little bit off of Embiid. And if Embiid can stay somewhat healthy, it becomes a huge bonus to them.
Yeah.
Because when Embiid's healthy, dude, he's one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. It's not even close.
Yeah.
The guy's a hell of a player.
Exactly.
The problem is you cannot count on him because he's never healthy.
Yeah.
But those three other guys with LeBron, they would cause some issues, dude.
We'll see. I think he goes to Cleveland too.
I think he goes to Cleveland when
Which
it's
I think
awesome.
would be cool.
Yeah,
And
dude, it's his hometown.
And where it started.
You can't blame anybody to go back to their hometown,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? And if he comes here, he has a professional atmosphere that he knows. So he has a comfort zone that he's just going to end with a professional team, playing the game the right way, playing it hard, and he doesn't have those headaches. But if you want to win, you're going to have to do so much more in Miami than you would have to in Cleveland or especially in Philly.
Yeah.
I just don't think you win anything if he comes here. Even with Giannis and Bam, it's 3 2-point players in a 3-point world.
Yeah.
And just the math just doesn't jive, dude.
Yeah, we need like a shooter ball handler.
Well, they need several shooters on this team. They need guys that can score from 3.
Yeah.
And then you look at Philly, all 3 of those guys can score from 3. So LeBron penetrates, he has 3 guys hanging out on the edges, and it just doesn't matter. Hell, Embiid could be hanging out on the edge, the 4th guy.
Yeah, he could shoot threes.
Yeah, of course he could shoot. He's one of the better shooting big men in the NBA.
He's a big guy, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The other thing his stupid ass has got to stop is flopping and falling all over the floor, bro.
Yeah.
You're 7 feet, dude. When you fall, you fall hard, brother.
Yep.
Like, no, don't do that.
They are the harder they.
That he's going to end up getting injured that way, man. So I don't know. Are there movies you're looking forward to? Because there's actually a couple of movies coming out.
The Odyssey. July 23rd. I got my IMAX tickets at Fort Lauderdale, 70 millimeter. I can't.
I was wondering about that.
I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait.
Yeah, the Odyssey is one that I am definitely looking forward to.
Dude, I'm stoked. I'm like waiting for the days to go by, man.
Yeah, Young Washington is one that I'm told to go see.
That's not talking to me.
No, but I heard I haven't seen Supergirl yet.
Not talking to me.
I don't know if it's any good.
My brother saw it.
Oh, and what did he say? Not that good? It was okay?
Okay. Not bad, not good.
They were
pass the time.
Just reaching for another superhero movie.
He thinks because they're creating a world, He was like, this was like the movie to like introduce her to the world to do more. He said it was all right. Nothing special.
Was she Good.
Didn't talk about it that much. He just said it was
Okay.
all right. That's it. Yeah, we didn't really go to it until.
Like Gal Gadot, at least, rocked people in the first one. The second one wasn't as.
Well, she was Wonder Woman, not Supergirl.
No, I know that, but she did good in that first one.
The first one was decent.
The
second one was a flop.
Oh,
Yeah, the
second
first
one
one was decent.
She did good in the first one, but the second one was just.
She's pretty easy to look at too. So
Yeah. She's cute.
That helps.
She's cute. I just saw her in another movie. God, now I'm forgetting the damn name of the movie. Shit. But yeah, I just saw her in another movie, and she was all right also in that movie. But yeah, all right. So what do you got going on here, man? You got some.
Let's talk about that. I mean,
You got the Outback 278.9% financing.
So what Subaru is doing with the Outbacks, and this is why they're doing the big event here, is in 26 they completely redesigned that Outback, and there wasn't like a massive reveal or huge marketing on it. So now, even though it's a little bit lagging, I think they're going to really start pushing and getting the word out there with the redesigned Outback. So that's what the event is all about, showcasing the brand new body style of the Outback. And we have plenty of Outbacks in inventory. We have the highest Outback inventory in South Florida. And what were the interest rates you just said again?
Well, the Outback right now, 0.9% financing, $278 a month. The Forester, 1.99% financing, $228 a month for the Forester. That's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, Subaru's really like pushing these Outbacks. So now, if you're interested in a vehicle, or an Outback, now is a very, very, very now is the time to get an Outback.
Crosstrek, $177 per month, 1.9% financing. The Impreza, $167 a month, 2.9% financing.
Yep, 0% on some of the electric cars. It's
Like,
crazy.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Get here. Look at these cars. Have fun. And I'll tell you what, you say it too. I was actually just talking to a friend.
Financing, by the way, is ridiculous right now. Take advantage, dude.
On an aesthetics, because when it comes to a car, there's so much, right? The reliability, the build, the safety. There's so much other than strictly, okay, how does this car look, right? But on a strictly aesthetics, someone looking at the car, the new electric cars, the Trail Seeker and the Uncharted, strictly from looking at that car, those cars are beautiful. Those are like the prettiest, most gorgeous Subarus I think I've ever seen, personally.
Why not?
Yeah, they're sexy.
That's what you guys have taken the cars to the next level.
Yeah,
cars look great
they
now,
stepped
dude.
up.
They look great now, and the EVs are so sharp, dude.
We can't keep them here.
Yeah.
We get a Trail Seeker Uncharted, it's gone.
And the Solterra is beautiful.
Solterra's gorgeous, and we can't keep them here. It's crazy.
Well, of course, now with all the gas issues that people are, and it's going to continue now because the war has continued, and they may close the other strait, which 12% of the world's oil comes out of there too.
Yep.
So that's 32% of the world's oil. A third of the percent of the world's oil in two straits could be having problems. And if you're those people switching to electric cars, it just makes a lot of sense, dude.
The look of it, the electric, no gas, and then coupled with 0% interest rate, it's a winning formula.
Yeah, no doubt
Super
about it.
knows something because they came out with 3 electric models.
Yeah, good shit. All right, my brother, appreciate you as always.
Big
Thank you,
O,
my man.
You the man.
You the man.
I
All right.
hope Espana wins, even though I
Yes.
think Messi's the GOAT.
Yeah, Messi is the GOAT. I mean,
unbelievable.
those 2 passes he made,
Yeah.
those were ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
All right, brother.
Later.
Be good.
All right.
Later. The great Eric
The Memorial
Stampone.
Day event starts now at Florida's #1 volume Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy a new Subaru today with financing as low as 0% APR, or lease a new Crosstrek for just $158 a month. Shop SPPLove.com.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More. where recognition is rewarding.
Hi, this is Jeff, formerly of Welton Realm, PA, a longtime sponsor of the Big O Show. Now that Dan retired, I opened Welton Associates. I started this firm with a simple belief. When you hire a lawyer, you should be able to talk to your lawyer. For nearly 30 years, I have helped Floridians through serious legal problems. At my firm, you get direct access to me, clear communication, and a lawyer who knows the details of your case. I believe technology should make legal representation easier, not more impersonal. At Welton Associates, you get direct access to me, clear answers, personal attention, and real advocacy. Look us up at weltlawfirm.com or give me a call at 954-966-4646. Consultations are always free. And let me know that you found me at the Big O Show.
All rise, football fans. As the Welton Associates PA Miami Dolphins report with David Furones is in session. Welton Associates PA, where clients get direct communication, strategic guidance, and strong advocacy when life takes an unexpected turn. From property insurance disputes to personal injuries and bankruptcies, call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. Here's Miami Dolphins insider, David Furones.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How you doing, my brother? You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good. Another Friday, and we get closer and closer to Dolphins training camp. Huh?
Amen, brother. We are less than a week away from the rookies reporting, and then we've got the vets in 2 weeks.
Right.
So that is good. And the question I have for you is, Jordan Brooks going to be pissed or what? We've got 2 weeks to piss off Jordan Brooks.
Jordan Brooks isn't going to be pissed one way or another. Well, he gets pissed on the field. But I think as far as contract talks, yeah, I don't see him as that guy. So he'll show up regardless, and he's going to do his job. I mean, I think the way he sees it is, regardless of if they reach this contract extension or not before training camp starts, he's showing up every day. He's going to be full go because he's under contract for this coming season. And that's just the way he looks at things. He's going to be the utmost professional about it. And that's not the move that a lot of players would make in this day and age. But, I mean, Jordan Brooks is different. So pissed off? No. I mean, he's going to go about things like he's got this year on a contract. He's going to show up. Now he gets pissed off on the field, and he will unleash some of that anger on his opponents. But aside from that, I don't think he'll be pissed off with his team, with the organization at all. But hopefully it gets done. I have faith in John Eric Sullivan that it will get done. If not right before training camp, which this always kind of was the window. Things kind of. Everyone takes a vacation. Everyone then comes back right before training camp starts, and that's when these things get settled. Or if not, one of the first few days of camp, once they've settled in for a bit, in and around the building, around each other.
Okay, but all he hears is, well, Jordan Brooks is the guy. Jordan Brooks is a leader. Jordan Brooks is a guy that we want on our football team. And then the new people take over and they love Jordan Brooks and they loved everything about him. And then he's like, well, okay, well, if you love me, show me you love me. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world that they live in, the way you show them that you love them is you show them the money. And so, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. So there's got to be a part of him that if training camp rolls around 2 weeks from now and he takes the field and he doesn't have a deal, he is now putting his body more at risk with less on the table.
Yeah. Well, so far under John Eric Sullivan, because he named 3 players who were entering the last year of their contracts and that he views as pillars, foundational pieces that he inherited that he wants to build around. So far, he's 2 for 2 with Devon Achane and Abram Brewer. So Jordan Brooks is the one that's remaining. Given that they're not in a healthy cap situation for this season, but for the years to come, where the years get added onto the contract, they will be in an improving and then good cap situation going forward. Given if Sullivan is consistent with where he has stood on the players that he said this about, then I could see it very much getting done at a number that both can be pleased with. And this is just the way negotiations go sometimes. It's not going to always just be a home run, like first offer, both sides agree, oh, that's the perfect place. There's some give and take, some pushback that occurs in these kinds of negotiations. So that first number isn't always going to be the best one that the player hears, and vice versa for the team as they try to find a way to meet in the middle. So I lean toward that. Yes, it will get done, and even if it doesn't, Jordan Brooks is going to show up and practice because that's just who he is.
Yeah, but again, showing up and practicing doesn't mean that you can't be pissed off while you're practicing, because everybody else got paid. They appreciated Aaron Brewer and they paid him. Well, if you appreciate me like you appreciate Aaron Brewer, why don't you pay me? And, it's put it this way. It's human nature if Jordan Brooks is pissed 2 weeks from now. Would you say that is just normal human nature, considering all the talk, considering you paid the others, but you didn't pay him because you gave Achan his money, you gave Brewer his money, and he was the other guy. And so he's like the ugly duckling right now. So human nature says you can't be surprised if he's pissed off 2 weeks from now.
It depends on the circumstances of what those talks are behind closed doors. Because I remember even from the jump, Achan got his deal first, and they were still in the OTAs, minicamp, offseason workout period, and we had access to player interviews. Asked a question to Jordan Brooks, and he understood from that moment that Devon Achan was going to get taken care of first. He was totally understanding of it from the beginning. So, he called Devon Achan the best player on the team. So I think he understood, okay, they'll take care of him first. Then I don't know if he knew what the order would be with him and Aaron Brewer, but as it turns out, Aaron Brewer, at least they got that settled on both sides first. And Jordan Brooks, another thing to remember, he is represented by the same agency, at least not the same primary agent, but the same agency, Rock Nation, as Devon Achan. So I would imagine that he's been kept updated, and there's been constant communication on what the situation is. So, human nature for a lot of people, I would say. But again, Jordan Brooks is different, honestly.
Yeah, no, I completely understand your point. I'm just saying human nature is very understandable. If he doesn't get his money and he's unhappy, I cannot blame the man. I will not point fingers at him because everybody else got paid and you've labeled him as one of the leaders. And so it's just kind of, a small and minor issue that you're definitely going to have to deal with, overall. You look at Quinn Ewers and his situation. I would imagine that Quinn Ewers has got to look at this situation like a sniper, right? That the sniper waits for the moment to take the shot, right? Quinn Ewers has got to just prepare himself for that moment. He knows that Malik Willis is their guy. They paid him. They know him. They want him to succeed. So he's up against all the odds right now. And Quinn can't necessarily rock the boat verbally because he hasn't proven himself and he's not their guy. But it's almost like he's got to wait for the right moment that if Malik Willis struggles, if Malik Willis gets injured, the second he gets that opportunity, he's got to be able to prove himself to take away that job from Willis if he can. But it's interesting that here's a guy that's going to be in a supportive role, but he's got to be kind of prepared after those starts last year saying, if I get my next shot, I got to take it away from this guy.
Yeah, well, I think Quinn Ewers should be preparing like that all the time. Like no patience, no, and as far as he'll never say anything, that I don't think that would be the move for him either, is to rock the boat. And like if Malik is playing bad and then all of a sudden everyone goes to him in the locker room, for him to discount the starting quarterback that the GM and the coach have been with before. And that obviously wouldn't be the move either. It would just be quietly go about your business, do your thing on the practice field for now once you get into training camp. And then, just let your play do the talking. Let that be your case where there won't be any competition if Malik Willis also does his part, because that's the guy they brought in to be the starter and they paid to be a starter. But then if Malik is struggling and it continues and he doesn't get better later into camp, and Quinn Ewers consistently is on target, is running the offense very well, runs that second team to perfection, shreds that second team defense, maybe in a joint practice, lights it up. Now all of a sudden, maybe you're in a position later in camp where you say, hey, we got to at least give him some reps with the first team. And then if he continues to do that, you just stack all these things and all these cases for him, and he gets it done and continues to do it, then you have a real case later on. Now, I feel like they're going to want to start Malik Willis no matter what. At the beginning, you have to, based on what your offseason move. But then if let's say if Malik doesn't get the job done in training camp, then it spills into the opener at Las Vegas. And then after all these months, it's a bad first impression that you get. At San Francisco, it gets a very tough, or it could still be a tough defense. I know they've lost some guys too, but struggles again. Now all of a sudden, like a few weeks into the season, it could be a conversation. So Quinn Ewers just has to do his job, and maybe he is in that starting seat if it all lines up for him much earlier than it was last year when Tua was still around and he had 3 weeks.
The sniper already did it to you guys. He did it to you guys in the mini camps, because it was all Malik, but then all of a sudden you guys were there watching practice, and all of a sudden you're all going, hey, wait a minute. Quinn Ewers looks better than Malik Willis. So without talking, without doing anything, the sniper was quiet, went about his business, and he already created a buzz without trying. That's exactly what we just talked about right now, and that's exactly the same path he has to continue. Just do your thing, stay ready, because you might just get that opportunity.
Yeah, it's fair from that perspective. But I think I see it as Quinn Ewers, with what he does, should just be unloading at all times. If we're going with these references,
I get it.
Just let that fire that thing.
That's it. That's it. But that's we got to call him now the sniper, because he's got to like hang out in the shadows and wait for his opportunity. So the sniper waits for his opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. I've seen people talking about the Dolphins needing to make another move or something. I think it's just silliness. There's no moves to be made, right? There's no move that you're going to make that's going to make this team any good or anything, or even get you another win or anything like that. I think people have to understand that this team needs to go through this roster right now and kind of figure out the foundation first before they start trying to take big swings and misses for, wins and things like that down the line.
Yeah, I don't see any moves that are really going to shake things up. Like a known veteran name. Sure, they'll probably bring in some guys, but it'll be someone that when the Dolphins announce it and when I tweet the name, I might not know who this player is at all when I first tweet it. And a lot of fans might have never heard of this guy when they first see the name. It's going to be one of those kind of players that it's just like they did their research in the building. They bring him in right before camp, and you see what you got in him. You throw him into the mix of competition. I mean, honestly, maybe the biggest all right, I'll put it this way. It's probably not going to be anyone that's a bigger name than Jalen Reagor, who they signed, was a former first-round pick. It was still at the beginning of June. So the wide receiver who was a former first-round pick and then has been a bust, trying to you bring him in as a reclamation project. Probably anyone else they sign is not going to be as known of a name as that. I'll put it that way.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense, dude. Of course. All right. What do you got? Argentina or my boys?
Yeah, I gotta stick with España. I'm rolling with España. I look at Argentina. I'm like, they can't keep getting away with this. I'm looking at like the Jesse meme from Breaking Bad. They keep falling behind, keep coming back every single time. Sometimes like 2 goals in 10 minutes, like it was last match. But Spain will be a different animal there. And I also kind of it sticks in my head how England mismanaged the end of the game with the substitutions, again going too defensive. So England
stupid.
had that, yeah, and then so that still sticks with me. Where if Spain gets up early, then I think they'll play it right, and they will hold on to the lead. As much as it'll be cool if Lionel Messi, Inter Miami's Lionel Messi, wins a World Cup final again, and then comes back to Miami fresh off of that to finish off the MLS season. That'll be a cool story as well. But I got Spain.
As long as he wins the MLS Cup. If he doesn't win the MLS Cup, it doesn't mean anything on the MLS side or whatever, because the Argentina win doesn't mean anything for our country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of that. The thing with Spain that I think benefits like England, see, Spain already has a defensive posture. From the front to the back, they play defense. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch. Even if you're a forward, you're helping on defense. Whereas England felt like they had to get more defensive after they took the lead, which was stupid on their part because they were the better team. They had to control the tempo. And that's the thing about Spain. They can control the tempo offensively and control everything on defense at the same time. That's what they did to France, which I was just absolutely amazed that they were not only great defensively, but when it came to possession, they were controlling on top of France, handling the football. So for me, that's one of the things that I think that Spain has an advantage. They don't need to make substitutions to get defensive. They're already defensive and offensive in the process. You know what I'm saying? Now, do they have the kind of offense that maybe France has or Argentina? Maybe not. That's the one thing. But France and Argentina don't possess the defense that Spain has. And that's, the back line of Spain and the goalkeeping is just at another level right now.
And that defense got it done against France, the presumptive favorites. If there was one team that Spain was going to be an underdog against, it was France. And they got it done on both sides in that match.
That's the game I was crapping bricks, dude. I was building a chimney at my house, worried about that game. Okay.
For sure.
I was terrified. That's the game that I was terrified that we might choke at. Now I actually feel good against whatever it was England or Argentina. I actually feel a little bit better against Argentina because Argentina's defense is not that good. And I think that Spain actually can come up with a couple of goals. And if somehow Spain goes up 2 goals on Argentina, I'm sorry. I know that they've pulled up the miracles, but that defense from Spain is nothing like what they've faced so far. So that's why. I mean, they are Europe's champs. So, it is what it is.
The main thing for Spain,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Main thing for Spain is that as long as they're not feeling as confident as you are, you can feel that way. They got to approach it the same way. They can't just feel like, oh, we took out France, now we got this. You can't go in against Argentina like that. So hopefully they have the right mentality, and then assuming that, then I think they get it done.
Yeah, that's what a couple of days ago I said. The good thing for Spain is that they got a heads up on the Argentina game with England, because they watched it and they watched England become passive and play the prevent defense, and they lost. And now Spain goes, you see, even if we take a lead, we got to press these guys. We got to be on top of them. We cannot let up. But I got to say, they never let up on France. They never let up on France. So I think they're wired a little different than England. I don't think they're going to let up on Argentina because, bro, they pressed France all the way to the end. And I was super impressed with that.
And now they have a very large sample size of exactly what Argentina does to come back in these games.
Exactly.
I feel like it's got to stop at some point. But, yeah, I mean, you never know. Maybe Argentina's just meant for this magical run.
Magic.
It really is. It's phenomenal.
By the way,
either way, it's going to be great.
Don't you find it bogus that Mbappe can still win the Golden Boot when he's playing for third place? I think once you're eliminated from championship contention, whoever is still in the Golden Boot race is still in the race. If you're not, I don't like this that Mbappe could score and Messi can't. Let's say Messi doesn't score against Spain and Mbappe scores a goal and he'll win the Golden Boot while winning the third place game. I find that a little bogus. I think once you're eliminated from championship, the Golden Boot should go to the only person that's still in it. Or if everybody's out, well, then you give it to whoever's left, at that point, whatever. It is what it is. But in these kind of cases, Messi should be the winner already because he already has the lead with an assist over Mbappe right now. But Mbappe scores a goal and Messi doesn't, he can win the Golden Boot and Messi loses. I find that kind of weak. I don't know. That's just me, but your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't like it. I haven't thought of it, so it's the first time I'm hearing it. So based on what you told me, I don't like it. I would need to know the precedence of it, like how often this occurs in the football world, in the past World Cups. Like, is it a common thing for that player to be decided on in this way, or historically has it mostly been like a player who is on the champion, best player on the champion, which is generally.
Listen, if everybody that was leading the Golden Boot was not in the finals, then I don't care. That's fine, and I'm good with the third place, whatever. But if I think that your leader is still in the finals and then the co-leader is not in the finals, I think that alone should be, because goals are the first. Assists are the second tiebreaker, and minutes played is the third. Messi's at 720. I got it here. 712 minutes, and Mbappe has 666 minutes. So Messi already is going to win that third tiebreaker because he played all those extra minute games. So he's got that one. He's got the second tiebreaker because of the assist, 4-3. But it's just, I don't know. I kind of find it weird that Mbappe could win the Golden Boot and he's playing for third place. It's weird, dude.
And I got it now. Yeah, it's right. So it is like the formula of it. It's already predetermined how it's right. It's no like vote or anything like the way MVP would be. Right. So right. So they already have the system in place and you have to stick by it. Yeah.
It's goals, then assists, then minutes played. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. And Messi's already got.
Then it is what it is. Yeah.
3.
Right.
It is what it is. But I just think that in this case, if the guy moves up to the finals, I think he should have the inside track already for the Golden Boot because, so let's say Messi scores 2 assists and doesn't score a goal, but he wins the World Cup, and Mbappe scores a goal, but they win the third place game. And so now you're giving the Golden Boot to the guy in the third place, not the guy in the World Cup winning the World Cup. That's kind of weird, dude.
Yeah.
Although I don't know.
To play devil's advocate, here's the other thing is that they're playing the same 2 opponents. They get to 2 games at the end against the same 2 opponents. It's just the order that you face them in is the only reason why one is in the final and then the other's in the third place game. If it turns out, right. So that's the only argument, I guess, where you could say, it still works out because of that. Because if they just flip the order, then, everything else would have been, the other way.
Well, we gave Ernie Banks an MVP, and he didn't win the World Series, right? So, I mean, it's happened where somebody has won an MVP. The Oilers guy, a couple of years ago, didn't he get the MVP? And they didn't win, and the Panthers won the Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah, because that's
yeah,
a regular
so
season award.
I guess we do it in a way that way also, right? So they can do it that way also too, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Russell Westbrook wins an MVP for averaging a triple double, but then like his team that year was not going to be competing for the NBA championship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess the quirkiness happens in all sports, and in this case, that's kind of the quirkiness of it. That the guy that can win the Golden Boot is playing for third place, and the guy playing for the World Cup may not win it. It's just kind of odd. All right, what do you got going on at the Sun Sentinel, folks? So folks can check you out, my friend.
Yeah, the Countdown to Camp series continues. So I take a look at the Dolphins O-line and what will be the impact of the offseason movement on that unit. I've already hit on how Chris Johnson fits into the secondary, and also whether it will be a challenge to evaluate Malik Willis. Actually, sorry, the Chris Johnson one is coming out next week, so make sure to check that out next week. But so far, I've had 3 Countdown to Camp files up. It's what are the realistic expectations for John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley in their first year? And then I hit on will evaluating Malik Willis be a challenge given the roster, and then the Dolphins O-line. So make sure to check those out. They're all available right now at sunsentinel.com.
All right, good stuff. Follow him on Twitter at David Furones _ and catch his work there at the South Florida Sun Sentinel. David, as always, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. And, of course, reach out to our friends at Welton Associates, personal injury, property insurance claims, bankruptcy, Chapter 11, 13, 7, hurricane damage, roof damage, water intrusion, fire and smoke damage, dog bites, slip and falls, motorcycle accidents, truck accidents, car accidents. Reach out to them, and we are in hurricane season. Save that number, 954-966-4646 for Welt and Associates. Be good, David.
All right. This has been another session of Wealth and Associates PA, Miami Dolphins Report with David Furones, the law firm that knows your name and your case. Wealth and Associates PA. Get personal attention from a firm that treats you like a person, not a file. We're proud to serve individual families and businesses with a commitment to treating every client with respect while providing aggressive representation you deserve. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. Wealth and Associates PA.
All right. Thank you all out there. As always, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Send in your questions, comments, insults. We are out here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Big O, I saw Odyssey. It's all right. Ooh, so not so good, huh? I'm looking forward to it. So now you're telling me not to look too much for it, huh? Let's see what else. Max Camacho, Cosa, what you got? Messi, the GOAT, oldest player to participate in the World Cup. He won't disappoint on Sunday either. Well, he usually doesn't disappoint. Spain is the only mother nation of all Latino nations. Yeah, it's like England. England is for us, for any American or English speaking language. England is the Queen's English. Well, the King's Spanish. It's Spain. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. Even though it's in Europe. Let's see. España just gave Latino nations its language. That's right. Ronald Hubbard, good afternoon, Big O and Big O Land. It's great to be able to listen to your show live today from Michigan with my work schedule. That doesn't happen too often. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in a very slow time. All of you that tune in the last couple of months, thank you, because I know there isn't much going on. So I appreciate you all. I know it'll pick up in football season. Miles Deep, good afternoon. Well, good morning to you since you're out in the West Coast. It's been crazy and welcoming a new Miami baby in the house. Nice. Congratulations, Miles Deep. Way to go, my man. Andrew, wish Big O would stop shitting on the Heat. Give it a chance at least. Andrew, my brother, that's not what I do. And it's not crapping on the Heat. It's just calling it like I see it. Andrew, you're the same guy that when Miami got eliminated against the Denver Nuggets, and I've repeated this 1,000 times already, right? I said, trade Jimmy Butler at that moment so you can get 3-4 first rounders. And people like you, Andrew, and most of you out there told me, no, I'm not shitting on the Heat. I'm just calling it like I see it. When they signed Kyle Lowry, I said, that's a terrible deal. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just calling it like I see it. When they re-signed Whiteside and Johnson, and I said, this is terrible. I'm just calling it like I see it, my brother. When people call Bam a superstar, I say he's a super role player. I just call it like I see it. When Tyler Hero was healthy for 1 year, I said, please trade him right now in the trading deadline. And they wanted to hang on thinking that more of this is to come, when no, what more of was to come was the old Tyler Hero, the one that breaks down constantly. So my brother, I don't do things because I want to play some negative card or some crap like that I'm doing things for shtick, or I'm doing it because I want to be contrarian or something like that. No, dude, it's pretty simple. If I like a move, I will call it. If I don't like a move, I will say it. Malik Willis. I don't believe in Malik Willis. What do you want me to do? I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill the second they drafted him. It's not a matter of shitting on anything. It's just a matter of calling it like I see it. And if you follow my history, Andrew, dude, the history is that I'm usually right. Hate to say it, hate for it to sound like, full of myself or whatever, but just watch the track record. It's a really high percentage, dude. Not 100, because nobody's perfect, but it's a really high percentage. Do you know why? Because I don't do the cheerleader thing. I don't just do everything with my heart. That's what fans do. I don't do that. I sit there and I look at it objectively. I remember going at it with Joe Rose when they signed Ndamukong Suh. And I said, this isn't going to do anything. You're paying him quarterback money and he's not going to make an impact. And there was Joe with his emotions on his sleeve like a little fan. Oh, it's going to make the defense awesome. It's going to be great. No, it's not. It's a matter of looking things objectively and not being a fan. That's what I do on this show. Even though I'm a fan of all the teams and I want them to all win, but I'm not going to do that just to do that. And I'm not going to play the game the other way either, where I'm just going to play positive for everything because I don't want to piss off any of the fans. So I just want to play that game. That's another shtick that people play on radio a lot. I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings. And unfortunately, I'm not afraid to disappoint you and depress you and tell you this is not a good move. That's just kind of the way it is. That's how I was taught that's how you're supposed to do this job. Objectively, tell the fans the truth about what's going on. Don't lie to them. Don't feed them bullshit. If it's a good move, say it is. Why you like the move, why you like the person. If it's not, say it is. Why you don't like it. Why it doesn't make sense. That's it, dude. It's really simple. It's not really that difficult. And sometimes I'm going to be wrong, and sometimes I'm going to be right. That's all. The Heat will be fun. They'll be better than a play-in. I've said that. Are they winning anything specific? No, they're not going to win a title. And Andrew, if you think they're going to win a title, well then, I'm sorry, my brother, but I'm going to disappoint you. That team has no shot at winning a title. That's all. And it's not a matter of shitting on it or whatever. It's a matter of just calling it like it is. That's all it is. Anyway, You never take advice from somebody else about a movie. You go to yourself. You can make your own determination. It's actually very, very true, because all of our palates are completely different, whether it's for watching a movie or eating a meal. Everyone's palate is different. You might like a movie somebody hates. You might find something funny someone doesn't. You might find something that's delicious and somebody else hates it. He's right. 1,000% right. Lenny Pena, good afternoon to you, sir. Let's see. Somebody left to the Regal Beagle. What else? We need to get mentally prepared for a tough season coming up for our Finns. One thing I'm going to want to see is if Malik is the guy. If he's not, then it'll be a bad look for Sully and company. Yeah, if he's not, it's a really bad look for Sully. Really bad look, because all the things that all the people, well, they were around him, they should know. And, you know, we've already given you 100 examples of that line is silly. You know what I'm saying? England thought they could play Argentina like they did Mexico. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Big O SpaceX is at 125 now. Time to buy yet? No. We're going under 100. We're going under 100 in SpaceX. Yeah. SpaceX, Amazon, Google, Meta, all these people are borrowing money, dude. NVIDIA's borrowing money. All these super hyperlink companies, bro, they're all going to crash. All their stocks are going to crash. By the way, Bitcoin's at 64,000, pumping right now. Pumping. And SpaceX is at 126 right now. I think we're going under 100 in SpaceX. The Dow is down 192 points. S&P's down 39. And the NASDAQ is down 2 points. We are going under 100. So hang in there. Not that it's financial advice. I mean, I've been telling you since it was at 220 that, hey, bro, this thing's going to tank. And it's going to tank. It's going to tank more. We're going under 100. So let's save ourselves a little money here. Let's wait. We got more dipping to come, Willie. So I'm not ready to buy yet at all. Stephen Harris says, butthurt fan alert. There you go. See, that's all. This is not the show for you, man. If you expect, pom-poms and unicorns and rainbows, it's just not the show for you, bro. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Brutally honest. Big O, is your bags packed yet? We have a B2B set at Tomorrowland. We're going 3 hours. Nature Bee Edge Energy Drink sponsoring us in the Saratoga tent. Anthony, you're a trip, my brother. Ocala Joe, afternoon in North Carolina, having lunch with Belichick. Anything I should ask him? Yeah, ask him how many pills does he use with Jordan tonight? Yeah. And will he give his team pills? Because they were certainly flaccid. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's say if I betted Big O's predictions on Polymarket, I would have a second house. That's right. You would have a second house. Easily. But, guys like what's his name again? What was the fan? Andrew, he doesn't really get the show. I love the teams as much as anybody, but I'm not going to stay away from being objective about it. Hey, look, there were a couple of years ago where I thought the Dolphins could go, make some real noise. And I was wrong because we had the wrong coach and everything. So, I went and reserved Andrew a Airbnb for the Super Bowl in Arizona and in Vegas. Had to cancel both. So sometimes I'm overzealous too. At the same time, think, hey, there could be potential here, and it didn't happen. It's not like I thought for sure they would go, but I thought there was a chance. And there wasn't even a chance. Wasn't even close, Andrew. So I'm not going to be perfect, dude. I'm going to get shit wrong. There's no doubt about that. But if you really look at the track record overall, oh man, do I get more stuff right than I get wrong. A ton more right than I get wrong. Why? Because I look at it completely objective. And I'm willing to give you the poetry on your team. That's what most people aren't willing to do. That's all it is. Big old different strokes for different folks. The world goes round. Damn straight, baby. I don't think the Heat are winning a title. Glad we have a top 5 player and a puncher's chance. Exactly. We're going to be entertaining. They won't be a play-in. If Giannis is healthy, they won't be a play-in team. They'll be a 6, a 5, maybe even a 4 seed. I don't think they'll be a top 3 because I don't think they'll have enough scoring. But I think they'll be better than they have been the last couple of years. That's all. They'll be relevant now, something they weren't the last couple of years, which is irrelevant. But they're not winning a title. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. I wish they would have torn it all down, Andrew. So let me tell you something. Let me ask you, Andrew, if you're objective, right now, today, right this second today, if the Heat would have traded Jimmy, what is it, 3 years ago, right after the Denver loss for 4 first-rounders, let's say, because you probably would have gotten that. His stock was high. None of the bullshit had hit the fan yet or anything. You would have traded Tyler 2 years ago in the middle of the year for a first-rounder when he was healthy, okay? And you would have been tanking the last couple of years. You would have been already getting a young player high up in the draft. Would you be a better team now than you are at the current time, Andrew? If the Heat would have listened to me and tore it down and not signed Kyle Lowry and a lot of other things, would they be a better team right now, better franchise, better situated, better in a better position with first rounders and young players? So you tell me, what do you think? I think most people would agree that if you would have done what I said to do 3 years ago, you would be in a much better place now. You would have been able to tank. You would have been able to grab some players in the lottery early on. And now when they change the rules, you would have been able to take advantage of it. Now you can't even take advantage of it. So was that shitting then? Or was that just really smart, objective, intelligent NBA talk? And unfortunately, the Miami Heat didn't do the intelligent move because they thought what happened with Jimmy was going to continue. And that was stupid. It's almost as stupid as X getting 10 interceptions and Dolphins thinking this is going to continue with X. It's the same thing. So, Anthony Campos, thank you, sir, for the love on the super chat. He says, my Indy never ready. Oscar gift card ready yet? Tomorrowland is a bucket list trip happening this weekend. I'm also off to Epic Universe. I haven't been to that place yet. Haven't been to Epic yet. Definitely got to go. Got to check that out for sure, dude. For sure. Dow is now down $203. S&P's down 47. SpaceX down at 125. We're going down. We're going down under 100. Let's go. We got a lot of tanking to do. SpaceX is doing the tanking that the Heat should have done, Andrew. Okay. How's that comeback? Right there. Loaded. What else do we have going on in the world of sports that we haven't talked about? What else? How about Jerry Rice chasing a heckler at the golf course? He was playing in a pro-am. He played the NFL, like where they're screaming constantly. Golfers. Every other sport, they scream. Golfers, got to be quiet. I always laugh at the announcer. He's nowhere near the guy that's hitting the golf club, hitting the golf ball. And he's like, well, he's on the 5th hole right now. He's looking at it. He's about 15 yards out. He's measuring it. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure going on right now to hit that shot. You can just speak normal, dude. He can't hear you. It's all right. You're not going to get chased like Jerry Rice. Like the announcer on television is going to make a difference when he's clearly somewhere else and the guy can't even hear anything. He could scream the entire shot and he wouldn't hear it. 312-2064. We're back at Sunny Pines. Francisco is at the 6th hole. He's got a 3-iron. Silly. The silliness of golfers. Jerry Rice. That was funny video, dude. He's chasing him. I don't even want to show the video because I probably get tagged for it or something from stinking YouTube. But man, that is that's a funny story. Jerry Rice got flustered on the golf course. Jerry Rice. Odds of the Clarity Act passing have hit an all-time low of 32%. Oh man, counting on that clown to do anything right is foolish. What can I say? Big O, the Dow Jones is up almost 18% in the last year, while the Toronto Stock Exchange here is up almost 30% in the same time. Great investments in both. Brett, yes and no. It's great investments if you have in the 4 or 5 stocks that are running the whole thing. Really, the overall S&P is not that strong. It's really a couple of stocks that are carrying the entire S&P 500. So it's kind of misleading. You know what I'm saying? I get it in general. If you want to play that game, I understand. But it's more about investing in those specific stocks that you're really doing well overall. You know, that's what really carries it. But be prepared. Volatility is coming. I'm just telling you. We are extended on everything going on right now. And, you know, it's almost like I'm just kind of waiting for it, but it's there, man. Unfortunately, it is there. Big O, you're right. You called it. We should have traded X when he never had the same season. I mean, he had 7 interceptions for 3 years after that. You know what I mean? So just saw Alan now here, general manager here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, big Dolphins fan too. So when you come on out here, you can talk a little Dolphins with Alan. He loves his Dolphins, dude. Big time Dolphins fan. All right, let's do this. Let's get into a little music because we haven't done any birthdays. And let's get into birthdays. All right. Musicians, entertainers, actors, politicians, you name it. Folks born on July 17th. All right, let's start it off. Whenever this damn thing wants to refresh, we will start it off. And don't forget Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, and we always appreciate that. Although this thing is just, man. Let me see if I can do it another way. get this damn thing in here. Sorry about this. I had the page saved and everything, ready to go. All right, there we go. Popped up finally. All right, let's go with musicians and entertainers born on July 17th. And we start off with Tom Fletcher, guitarist, vocalist with the British pop band McFly, born in 85. Luke Bryan, American country singer, songwriter, born in 1976. Let's see. Kim Shattuck from the American punk band The Muffs, born in 1973. Jarrett Cordes, DJ Minute Mix from PM Dawn, Set Adrift, Memory Bliss, born in 1971. Lou Barlow, founding member of Dinosaur Jr., born in 1966. Regina Bell, U.S. singer, born in 1963. Phoebe Snow, U.S. singer, songwriter, born in 1952. Chet McCracken, drummer and recording, mixing, and mastering engineer with the Doobie Brothers, born in 1952. Damon Harris from The Temptations, born in 1950. Mike Vale from Tommy James and the Shondells, born in 1949. Geezer Butler, bassist and lyricist, primary lyricist for the amazing Black Sabbath, born in 1949. Ron Ashton with Iggy Pop and the Stooges, born in 1948. Wolfgang Fleur with Kraftwerk, born in 1947. Mick Tucker, drummer with Sweet, born in 1947. Spencer Davis, founding member of the Spencer Davis Group, born in 1941. Although young people, I go Spencer Davis, are going to go, what's a Spencer Davis? You know what I'm saying? Now we move over to other famous people born on this day. Remember, if I don't give you an age, that means they are no longer with us, like James Cagney, born in 1899. Comedian Phyllis Diller, born in 1917. Actor Donald Sutherland, born in 1935. Basketball Hall of Fame member Connie Hawkins, born in 1942. Camilla Parker Bowles, Britain's Queen Consort, born in 47. She's 79. Actor Lucy Arnaz, born in 51, 75 today. David Hasselhoff, eating his burger off the floor, born in 52. He's 74. Johnny Briceño, Prime Minister of Belize, born in 60. He is 66. TV producer Mark Burnett, born in 60. He's 66. Actor Alex Winter, born in 65. He's 61. Let's see. Actor Andre Royal, born in 68. He's 58. Actor Jason Clarke, born in 69. 57. Racer motorcyclist Carey Hart, born in 75. 51. Actor Brett Goldstein, born in 80. He's 46. He's on a roll, man. Actor Sarah Jones, born in 83. She's 43. Actor Tom Cullen, born in 85. 41. Musician Won Wu from 17, born in 96. She's 30. And actor Grace Caroline Curry, born in 96. She is 30. Those are famous people born on July 17th. Now we move over to what happened today in music history. And we start off with, in 67, the Beatles single, All You Need Is Love, Baby You're a Rich Man, was released in the U.S. today. In 72, while touring in Montreal, a bomb went off under one of the Rolling Stones trucks. There were no injuries, and the show went on as planned. In 78, Simple Minds made their live debut at the Satellite Club in Glasgow, Scotland. In 87, the Ozzy Osbourne band started a 16-week tour of U.S. prisons. In 95, Carole King's Tapestry album is certified diamond for sales of 10 million in the U.S. And by the way, if your record CD collection does not have Carole King's Tapestry, it's incomplete. You can never call your collection a collection if it doesn't have Carole King's Tapestry. Just want you to know that. It's a law. It's like the Beatles' White Album or something, you know? It's like Dark Side of the Moon. It's like the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. You know, there are certain things that you must have in your collection. Carole King's Tapestry happens to be one of those. And if you don't have it, well, then your collection ain't shit. It's pretty simple. The soundtrack for the album to the film The Dark Knight Rises in 2012 on this date was released, destined to debut at number 8 on the Billboard 200 album chart. It also scored a number 10 on the Canadian album charts. Composer Hans Zimmer, I'm Hans and I'm Franz and we're here to pump you up, became an overnight sensation, frequently compared with soundtrack star composer John Williams. In 2013, on this day, U2 singer Bono received France's highest culture honor for his contributions to music and the commitment to humanitarian causes when he was presented with the Commander of the Order of Arts and Letters by French culture minister Aurélie Flepetti in Paris. Bono is the man. In 2015, the Chemical Brothers released their 8th studio album, Born in the Echoes, and it features Go and with vocals by Q-Tip. In 2020, the Chicks released their 8th studio album, Gaslighter. Birthdays that may not have been on that list: jazz guitarist Mary Osborne, born on this date in 1921. Let's see who else. Nicolette Larson was not on the other list. It's gonna take a lot of love. Born in 1952. Happy birthday to Nicolette Larson. Wow. Oh, how about this? Bruce Crump, drummer for Molly Hatchet. We were driving down the road and we were flirting with disaster. He was born in 57 on this date. Susan Silver, manager of Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and Screaming Trees. She's pretty successful. She is 68. Jeremiah is 39. I have no idea who he is, but if he goes by just one name, Jeremiah, I got to give the guy some love. So there you go. He's 39. And Kali Uchis is 32. Two people I have no idea, but Jeremiah and Kali Uchis. Kind of cool names. So birthdays to them, and that's what happened today in music history. Don't forget, use our code BIG010. You will save 10% at Caneswear, online or in person. All right? There we go. Okay, what else do we have here? Tapestry is one of the greatest albums of the 70s. It's just one of the greatest albums, period. That's all. She's just a super talent. It's so well made. It's got so many hits on it. It's just a magical album. Something that we all should own. By the way, it is so cool when we stick up for our women. And JJ Watt, mad props to him, dude. I got to give the Watt man a little love because he called out Real Salt Lake. He and his wife were at an event at Real Salt Lake. And he came out with his wife and his child. And so they they Real Salt Lake said, "Welcome to the riot, JJ Watt and fam." So JJ Watt kind of breaks me up inside a little bit, to be quite honest, because I have a lot of respect for what he did. He says the woman in the photo grew up literally down the road, won 4 Utah state championships, one in this exact stadium, Gatorade Player of the Year twice, National Player of the Year, scored the fastest goal in U.S. women's national team history, and you could probably give her, mention. So they apologized. That was cool. That was awesome. It's kind of, again, I think this happens sometimes, and we can't do this in every position in life. You can't put people in place that have perspective everywhere. You're going to cut corners, and you're going to put young people in places, and then young people don't have perspective, and they don't know, and they don't have history, unless they're so well versed that they studied it and they understand it, and then they can pick up on all the little things. You know what I mean? But then that's why you've got to put somebody older in that position to do that, because they understand who JJ Watt is married to and how that ties also to your community. And you've got to have awareness of that. So you go and honor JJ. Meanwhile, the woman actually in that state has way more credentials than JJ Watt ever will have. More accomplished in that state, accomplished more for that state than JJ Watt ever will. You understand? So it's kind of weird that you would, do something like that, but it's understandable, because unfortunately you can't have somebody with experience everywhere, because it was going to cost you a lot of money. So whoever's running social media is probably a young person and doesn't have that depth and doesn't have that knowledge and doesn't bring that to the table. That happens a lot. I see that happens a lot in my business, where I see people that are on, doing radio or writing or whatever, and they're not, they don't have the depth, and they don't know about what happened in the past in their town or things like that. And then that, kind of happens with young people. And you can tell that in that situation that they got called out, you can tell it's somebody that was young and just didn't know the history of what was actually going on. All right. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can send in your questions, comments, insults. We always appreciate that. Thank you all out there for your support here on the program. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. That's right. He was. He was a good friend of mine also. I do remember that back in the day. All right, folks. By the way, public company today, Bitcoin Japan, raised $60 million now to start making their first purchase for their Bitcoin reserve. They purchased over $4 million of Bitcoin. Abrax Capital accumulates 12,477 ETH. Things are changing. I think they all realize that the bottom is in, and they're all kind of going, okay, we need to get on board before this thing ends up taking off. And I think a lot of the money that you saw going to AI and other things are going to come right back into Bitcoin and into Ethereum to a certain extent. By the way, the Dow is now down 291 points. So now we're pushing up to 300. The S&P is down 61. And SpaceX still at 125, but it'll dip more. Don't worry. It'll dip more. We thank all the great people out here at Subaru Pembroke Pines, Alan, Eric, all the amazing people out here that make it nice and easy for us to broadcast. Appreciate all of you out there that tuned in. Those of you that hit the like button, thank you very much. Tuning in, we appreciate you immensely. Visit our amazing sponsors, like all the great people out here at Subaru Pembroke Pines. We shall see you on Monday morning, some of you I'll see tomorrow at the Plaza Live in Orlando for the Fix concert. I might see some of you in Fort Lauderdale at the Culture Room for the Fix, or I'll see you Monday morning right here at 10 a.m.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.